It's got to be one of the most maddening things in business. You do the work, you send the invoice, and then nothing. Just radio silence. The person who owes you money is just vanished. So what do? Well, in this explainer, we're going to walk through a complete step-by-step guide to debt collection in the Czech Republic, and we're using the expert playbook from the legal pros at Modernipravnik.cz.
It's that sinking feeling, right? The invoice is way past due, your calls go straight to voicemail, your emails get no reply. You start to seriously wonder, am I ever going to see this money? So where on earth do you even begin? Before we jump into the how-to, let's start with just a number, 13. What's so special about 13? Well, it's actually the key to why the whole process we're about to lay out is so incredibly effective. That's 13 years of hands-on experience. For over a decade, the team at Modernipravnik.cz has been dealing with these exact situations, helping thousands of companies and people just like you get their money back. And, that experience really translates into results. They say it themselves. They have a high success rate against both businesses and individuals. So what we're about to cover, this isn't just some textbook theory. It's a proven roadmap to actually getting paid.
So here's our game plan. We'll start with the first move, seeking agreement. Then, we'll get a little more serious with the pre-legal demand. After that comes a super important step, the strategic mini-audit, and then the final option, court action. And stick around, because after that, we'll talk about your path to recovery, answering those big questions about how long this all takes and what it costs.
All right, let's get into it. Step 1, seek agreement. This is your calm, professional opening play. Now, I know your first instinct might be to come out swinging, but the most effective first move is actually to try and find a peaceful solution. Let's break down how you do that.
What's really key here is the how. You want to try different ways to reach them. A letter, an email, a phone call. But the absolute crucial part is your tone. You've got to be polite and come with solutions. Maybe they're just in a tight spot. Offering something like a payment plan or a small extension could be all it takes to get them talking again.
But what happens when being nice gets you nowhere? If all that professionalism is met with, you guessed it, more silence, it's time to escalate. So let's move to step 2, the pre-legal demand. This is where things get formal and a lot more effective.
Okay, so the friendly reminders have been totally ignored. Now we're shifting gears from those informal nudges to the first official legal step in this whole process.
A pre-legal demand isn't just another email from you. It's a formal letter on an attorney's letterhead demanding payment. And look at that wording. It is an absolutely essential step. You literally cannot skip this in the Czech system if you plan on going to court. It's a very clear signal to the debtor that playtime is over.
The lawyer's letter is out. But wait, before you even think about filing a lawsuit, there's this critical intelligence gathering phase. Welcome to step 3, the strategic mini-audit, or, as I like to think of it, looking before you leap. Honestly, this might be the most important part of the entire process. This is where a little bit of homework up front can save you a mountain of time and money later, because it ensures your next move is actually the right one.
So what is a mini-audit? Think of it like a financial background check. An experienced law firm digs into public records to see what's really going on. Is this person or company solvent? Do they have a bunch of other court orders against them? Are they already bankrupt? You have to know if there's any money to even collect, right?
And this is why that audit is so vital. Its findings literally tell you what to do next. Does it look like a straightforward civil case, or does it smell like something worse, like potential fraud? Because that would be a whole different ballgame, a criminal matter. Knowing that up front changes everything.
Okay, so this brings us to the end of the line, the final recourse when every other option has failed. Step 4, court action.
So you've tried being reasonable. You sent the formal demand. Your audit gives you the green light. Well, there's only one thing left to do. File the lawsuit and get an official judgment from the court.
The whole point of going to court is to get this one powerful document, an enforceable judgment. Think of it as the legal system officially saying, yes, you are owed this money, and it gives you the authority to use formal enforcement measures to actually collect it.
So that's the 4-step legal playbook. But I know what you're probably thinking. What about the real-world stuff like time and money? Let's tackle those questions right now as we look at your complete path to recovery.
The first question pretty much everyone asks is about the timeline. Just how long is this whole thing going to take?
And the only real answer is, it depends. It can be a few months or it could be a few years. all based on how complicated your specific case is. It's definitely a marathon, not a sprint, which is exactly why having an experienced guide makes all the difference.
And now for the big one, the question that really decides if it's all worth it. What are the costs and, more importantly, who ends up footing the bill?
Okay, pay very close attention here because this is probably the biggest financial takeaway. Yes, at first you have to front the money for the lawyer, the court fees, all of it. But, and this is huge, in a successful case, Czech law says the debtor has to pay you back for all of those costs. Let me say that again. If you follow the process and you win, the person who owed you the money in the first place also has to pay for your legal costs to get it.
So, let's wrap this up. We've gone from that frustrating, infuriating silence to a clear 4-step path to getting your money back, and while it might take a while, the system is designed to work for you. A successful claim doesn't just recover your original debt, it makes sure the debtor covers the cost of the chase. The path is clear, and now you know exactly how to take that first decisive step.